Hello, I'm Mark Richmond from Chef Knives to Go, and we're going to continue on our little daily sharpening job here with Adam Marr's first custom Gyuto. This knife, most people wouldn't call this knife dull at this point. We've been using it, I don't know, for a month or two, and it's still in relatively good shape, but once you start getting into knife sharpening, you like them real sharp. So thought this would be a good opportunity to show off this cool knife and sharpen it up and see what I can do on it. First time, by the way, on this one. Okay, so I have my Beston 500. This thing sucks up water like crazy, so what I like to do is I usually dribble a little water on the stone and just let it drop on there so it doesn't dry out while I sharpen. And I adjusted the sink bridge, so I'm ready to go here. Now I'm holding this knife really pretty close to the stone. It's hard for you to see, I'm sure, but less than my pinky, obviously half maybe of my pinky up off the stone with the spine here. And I usually just stick my thumbs over it, and I don't drag my thumbs on the stone. I just kind of hover right over the top, so if I go down a little bit, it will I'll touch the stone. Otherwise, you can run into the bad situation where you're abrading your fingertips and you can get bloody thumbs and forefingers when you're touching the stone. So anyways, here we go. I usually count, and it's hard to count and talk at the same time. But I'm gonna try to do about 10 passes or thereabouts, and then move over. For those of you that want to sweep the knife, I've been practicing this for a while and I've gotten pretty good at it actually. Sweeping the knife instead of stitching it together going back and forth is fun. It just takes a little practice. You kind of go like this. The trick is it's really easy to leave off the heel and the tip. And also, when you're going toward the tip, since you're adjusting the knife away, you need to raise the handle a little bit to stay on the edge. And you can do that by feel after a while. You know, you can just feel yourself leaving the edge if you do it that way. So anyways, I'm going to just go back and forth. The 500 cuts real fast, which saves time. And I normally don't use all these stones, but I'm just having fun. And if you got them, why not use them? I'm just going back over it a little bit here to make sure I got it all, and I'll check for a burr after this. I think it needs a little more. One thing I want to stress to you is there's a tendency when you first start to sharpen to jump up the grip progression before you're ready. And when you do that, you don't get good results. You really need to take the lowest grit stone that you're working on and sharpen on that until you get an edge ground on the first side, and then when you flip it over to the second side. Otherwise, you're asking really a lot finer stone to do the heavy grinding work, and it just takes a lot longer to do that. And you got to get that edge ground first. Okay, I got a burr here, here. Not so much right here. So I'm going to do a little bit more. All I'm doing is I'm dragging the knife edge along my fingertips, and I'm feeling if it's scratchy. And if it's scratchy, that means there's a burr hanging off, and it's scratching my fingertips. And then you go to the other side, and there won't be anything there if you're doing it right. So that feels good to me. So back to the other side. This Best in 500 stone is one of our best-selling low grit stones. And low grit stones are a little bit harder to find good ones. A lot of them feel kind of gravelly, and this one has a nice feel to it. And if you keep the water flowing on it, it works quite well. There's a couple other ones that I like. The Sharpening 500 I like a lot. It's nice and hard, and it's very consistent. I probably like it a little better than this stone, but they're both pretty good. So this is a lot of work on the first stone, but I'm going to go pretty quickly on the other ones. I'm not going to put nearly as much effort on those because I'm going to assume that I got a good edge ground here, and I'm just going to polish it out a little bit on each of the next stones. Okay, so now I'm going to flip over and go real light. I'm just going to do one or two passes, move it, and all I'm doing is trying to take some of that burr away before I move on. Okay, so I'm going to assume that I'm in pretty good shape here, that I have a ground edge. So that's it for that stone. I'm just going to deburr the knife with my little deburring block. And then we'll be done with this video. We're going to move to the next stone after I'm done. So all I'm doing is drawing this through. You can see all these black marks on here, and that's the burr coming off the knife. You can do it a couple times. So that's it for the Best in 500. I'm Mark Richmond. Stay sharp.